What's up, beautiful people? How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Dialogue with the Davises. My name is Cedric, and this is my beautiful wife, Lashana. Hey, babe, how you doing?
I'm
Why you
doing
shaking
well.
your head? This is my beautiful wife, Lashana, and we've once again been blessed with the opportunity to sit before you and sharing a conversation that we hope leads to positive conversation, positive dialogue, and just good communication amongst you, your friends, and in your communities and friend circles, your relationships, marriages, all of that good stuff, man. So um, today we coming in. We don't necessarily have a topic per se. We just kind of doing one of those things that we typically do where we sit down and conversate, man, and just check in with one another. You know what I'm saying? My wife likes to talk. I'm sure you know what I'm saying. She's rubbed off on me, which is why I've become such a conversationalist. I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
so I made you talk
I mean,
more.
you wasn't gonna not let me talk like that wasn't.
I
You
mean, I
know what
can
I'm
I can
saying?
do all the talking
Yeah, I mean,
though,
I know you
and you can just
definitely can.
listen if you like,
Yeah, I mean, you definitely could do a lot of
because I have a
talking.
lot to say about a lot of things.
Yeah, you definitely do. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And for you all that don't know, I hear about all of those things that she has a lot to say about on a regular basis. So
That's a blessing.
yeah, it's a blessing.
It is.
Yeah, and I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, say that it's not. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? For real. I
Hmm.
really do. Because you have some insightful things to say. You know what I'm saying?
I'm brilliant.
You're brilliant. Hey,
Brilliant.
you definitely don't lack confidence. I tell you
I don't.
that. Not at all. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
We'll definitely say that, man. But you know what I'm saying? I know typically we will always come in and say, man, there's been a lot going on, but I promise you it's not an exaggeration. We have four beautiful kids that live in home with us, you know what I'm saying? Our oldest, you know, he's out on his own, but man, it's always something to do. It's never a dull moment in
Never a
our
dull moment.
household. Yeah, so I mean, when we come back and we like, man, it's been a lot going on. It's probably because it's really been a
Been a
lot
lot
going
going
on.
on. Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Like it's not, you know what I'm saying. It's something we're making up. But how you been doing, Ob? Like, you know,
I've been doing really well.
okay,
Um, a lot has happened since our last sit down.
yeah, definitely.
Um, I decided to leave my job.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I thank you for being so supportive of that
Mm-hmm.
because I know that had to be a little bit scary.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it it just wasn't. It was a great job,
Mm-hmm.
great, um, great. I guess they were going to be great coworkers because I was at a new school.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this year I was at a new school, but it just something whispered to me that that just wasn't my school. That wasn't my classroom. And before I fell in love with the children, and then felt responsible
Mm-hmm.
for them, or felt um, like I couldn't let them down,
Mm-hmm.
I decided to leave.
I mean, and I think that took a lot of courage. Just being honest, man. I know when you came home and we initially had the conversation, and so you know the words that you used that pushed me like, hey, that's it. You was like, hey, you know, I was sitting down and talking to God, and God revealed to me that this is not
It
where
was
I'm
not my
supposed to be
job.
in this season, and that this is not my job. So when you express that to me, you know, I know we're imperfect beings, and I know that we don't always get things right. But to the best of our ability, we always try to make sure that we're obedient to those
Hmm.
things that God is inspiring us to do and leading us to do. So, um, I feel like God will definitely always provide
Hmm.
what it is that we need. And throughout our whole entire time together, we've never necessarily had a great deal of lack. I mean, even when it
Right.
was one income in our home, God has always provided, and He's always ensured that we had those things that we needed. So, for us to step out and do what it is that we're doing now, you know, I feel like God has us.
Right.
I'm not necessarily nervous or anything else. You know, I do like to plan, and I do like to kind of think ahead. So during my time of prayer and during my time of spending time with God, I did ask for clarity and direction on how to proceed. And glory to God that was kind of like given to me, and you know what I'm saying, given to you as well. So we have a plan in place.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm grateful for that. But man, it's just a beautiful space to be in. But at the same time, like you said, it is a bit unnerving, so to speak, when
Right.
you're talking about certain things. But nonetheless, you know, our faith and our confidence is in God. We don't necessarily center our focus on a job or, you know, the means. God provides all things. So, you know,
Right.
we trust God for what it is that is to come. So, but now once you decided to walk away, I mean, what you know, share with everybody what that led you to spend some time considering, and what you know.
So, drum roll, please.
Boom, 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 boom. That's a drum roll.
No,
How a drum roll
I
is?
don't know, but that's not it.
What's it? Oh, brrr, that's it right there. Drum.
Much better,
Yeah, I got
cause I
it.
don't know what that
I,
was.
man, listen.
That
You
was
know I'm not. You know I'm not on special effects. We
yeah,
got to.
that was
Hey, we
wow.
got to hire a special effects
You
person.
know what? That's not a bad idea.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Um, no, but I'm back in school. I decided to pursue a second master's,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like it's a good fit for everything that we're trying to, or not. Well, everything that we are pursuing.
Yes, definitely.
Um, I think it's a good fit for um, everything that God has lined us up for.
Yes, definitely.
So I think that um, I'm not confident that I would have jumped back into school if I was working full time.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do plan to go back to full time working,
Yeah, definitely.
you know, whenever that happens. But I
Mm-hmm.
think I needed this time off
Mm-hmm.
and not be in a fog,
Yeah.
not be, you know, focused on so much because even over the summertime, I just wasn't in the right headspace to make that kind of decision.
Yeah, definitely.
Because even though it was summertime, we still had our children at home.
Mm-hmm.
And I still was chauffeuring and doing this and doing that. So I needed a moment of quiet
Yeah, definitely.
to sit down and make. I mean, I always knew it's what I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
But taking that jump, I think I had to be kind of in a quiet space.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, sometimes you know we need to just pull away from everything that's going on. You know, the situations, circumstances, and everything else, and just kind of put ourselves in a place where we could just hear from God and allow God to speak certain things to us. I mean, that's definitely important. So again, like I've said over the past few years, and you know what I'm saying, even more recently over the last couple of months and weeks, you know what I'm saying, your growth and everything else that's taking place, I can definitely see the hand of God at work in your life, and you know, the maturity and the development and those things that you're beginning to understand about yourself, and you know, just your purpose is a beautiful thing. And what makes it even more beautiful is that God is doing it in both of our lives at the same time. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like we because I was talking to a couple of my brothers, man, and I was explaining to them that, you know what I'm saying, within the last year or so, there's been this overwhelming, probably more than a year, but there's been this overwhelming sense of wanting to see men do well in life. You know, not necessarily just when it comes to material things, but just having an understanding of what it is to be a man, and having certain things to reference, and making sure that the standards that they have in place are, you know, in alignment with God's word, and just making sure that what they're in pursuit of actually, you know, is fulfilling, and is not something that is going to be circumstantial. And then once they've completed that goal or fulfill whatever it is that they were, you know,
They
looking to
feel
do,
empty.
now they feel empty. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it's I was talking, and I was laughing. I was messing with Greg yesterday because, you know, every time the Spirit of God fills me with something, it's like I dump it all in his lap. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Right.
I know sometimes he'd be like, man, this guy here. But at the end of the day, I was sharing with him, like, man, I just really and truly understand now at this season of our lives that there have been so many things that have taken place before we arrived to this place that were really distractions.
Mm-hmm.
They were really like
Absolutely.
we were, it was almost like that term, hamster, you know what I'm saying, running on a hamster wheel. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're running and moving as fast, but you're not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's not what either one of us want in terms of, you know what I'm saying, our lives, or in terms of what it is that we leave behind for our kids to model, or for our
Mm-hmm.
kids to reference, or for the generations that'll follow us. We want to ensure that we at some point in time made a conscious decision and said, hey, listen,
Let's live intentionally.
let's live intentionally, and not only let's live intentionally, but also let's live impactfully.
Right.
Let's live in a way where we're engaging individuals that allow us to engage them, and speaking with individuals that allow us to speak with them, and just share with them the things that we've gotten wrong, and then also seeking wisdom and guidance, and you know what I'm saying, understanding from those that have gone before us, you know, so we can also have something to pour into us. So I think it's definitely a beautiful thing, what God is doing, because it's all at His direction, and it's all at His inspiration. But it's crazy, like, because some years ago I never would have imagined us getting to this place because of what it is that we were wrestling with and going through on our own. You know, as far as the
Yeah,
things in our marriage. Go
but I
ahead.
think it's funny because I think those things. It was like college.
Yeah.
It was like we had to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
We had to write the papers. We had to cite the references. We had to do all of that in order to land here
Mm-hmm.
and be able to give the information to other people.
Yeah, that we've learned along the way, and
Yeah,
that we still learn. Like we're, because yeah,
absolutely.
like we, like
Every
man,
day.
every day we learn
Every
something
day.
new, and every day we discover something new. Um, if we're paying attention and being intentional about
Hmm.
discovering those things, so it's definitely been a blessing, to say the least.
I think you have to try not to learn.
Yeah, true.
I think you have to. I think that is intentional.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think you have to say, I'm not learning anything today.
Yeah, just being
Because even
stubborn.
if you're just driving down the street, minding your business, you're going to see something that's going to teach you something. You're going
Yeah.
to, you're going to witness something that's going to teach you something. Or if you, whatever it is that you do, you can watch a commercial
Mm-hmm.
and learn something
Man.
if you are open to learning something.
Yeah, for real.
You have to try not to learn.
Yeah, cause you mess with me all the time, cause I'll be watching something on television and I'll be like, man, the Holy Spirit just made me pay. And you be like, boy, do you ever just watch
Yeah,
TV?
it was, yeah,
and
it was
it's just
just,
not.
it was a commercial about carrots.
Yeah, but I'm saying, oh, but it was a message in them carrots.
Yeah,
It was something in them carrots.
it
But
was.
it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like my wife says, it's definitely
Excuse
difficult
me.
not to learn something. You know what I'm saying? If you're paying attention and if you're being
Right.
mindful of all those things that are going on. So, I mean, man, it's just like it's a beautiful thing to be in that space. But now, another bit of just switching gears real quick, because again, we have no topic today. We're just, you know what I'm saying, dialoguing with the Davises.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wanted to give all glory to God, because it was a couple of weeks ago, man. I was so overwhelmed and so overjoyed because Milan, Brooklyn, and London, the three of them got baptized.
Mm-hmm.
And not only were they baptized, but our senior pastor, the leader of the house that we go to church at, I asked him if it was possible for me to participate in that baptism, and he allowed me and afforded me the opportunity to do so. So definitely appreciative and grateful to him being so welcoming to that idea.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, man, and it touched, you know what I'm saying, touched me in a way that I never imagined. But it was just this overwhelming sense of joy to see my kids on their own profess their love for Christ, and on their own profess their intention and want and desire to have an intimate relationship with Christ. Again, we know that, you know what I'm saying, it's going to come with some challenges along the way. We know that there's a lot of growth and everything else that must materialize. But man, I'm just so grateful and thankful to God that they made the decision that they did to be baptized.
Hmm.
So, you know what I'm
And
saying?
it was an amazing experience for me to get to watch you baptize them. That
Mm,
was pretty amazing because that's not something you see every day. You know you don't get to see a father baptize
yeah.
his own children. Um, and I thought that was really really beautiful. And then just overwhelmed with love how Keisha and Greg were there,
Yeah.
and
Reggie and Van
Reggie
came,
and
and
Van were there.
Fred showed up. You know what I'm saying?
That just was amazing because in order for them to be there, they had to miss their own church service,
Yeah. Yeah,
which
definitely.
is very important to them.
Yeah, definitely.
But it just meant so much, You know, Keisha behind me just is snapping pictures.
Yeah, she.
I
Yeah,
mean, I think she thought it was a wedding. I
yeah.
mean,
That's all
she
right.
got so
Oh,
many
I
pictures.
appreciate them pictures
She
though.
was just snapping, and
Hmm.
so that was, um, and then to go have, lunch after that, and
Hmm.
us all be there, and just sit. It was really a beautiful day.
Man,
It was a beautiful, beautiful day.
that definitely was a beautiful day, and you know what I'm saying. That kind of like reminds me of you know the things that we've been talking about, that because that conversation that we had following church, and
Hmm.
be able to sit and again I'm moving real fast, and you know what I'm saying, because we don't have a topic. So and this is when we sitting down and we're talking, it's like this how we talk. You know
That's
what I'm
how we
saying? The
talk.
conversation kind of moves like this, but nonetheless not as formal. But um man, but the conversation that we sat down and had with Keisha and Greg and with Reggie and Van, and you know what I'm saying, that led us to further, receive confirmation for what it is that God has been inspiring us to do in terms of like trying to get these marriage retreats settled up and started up, and doing things of that nature. Uh, just bringing married couples together and having a community of people come together where we can sit down and have conversations about, the different challenges in marriage and the different things that we faced in life, and kind of feed off of one another and get some insight from one another
Hmm.
to kind of grow in that space. So, man, we sat down, and after the kids' baptism and had lunch, the kids were on the end of the table doing their thing,
Hmm.
having that
Hmm.
conversation, and the adults were on the other side. And that,
Oh, excuse me, and
yeah,
shout out to Michael, for being there. I mean,
yeah,
he came
definitely.
from school
Yeah,
to
definitely.
see Milan get baptized, and that was, I think,
Yeah,
so
that
beautiful.
was beautiful, man.
It was
That
beautiful.
was beautiful. Yeah, no, and you good, but yeah, but just to have the adults in that setting have a conversation like that, you know what I'm saying? It was
Hmm.
it was absolutely beautiful, because the conversation, I felt like each couple walked away from it having learned something from one another, and you know what I'm saying, being filled in a way. So that's something that God placed on us some time ago, is trying to make sure we have this community of you know what I'm saying, people come together and just be able to share different ideas, and just be able to share, their testimonies, and be able to share the things that they've learned along the way, so that we can learn from one another and grow from one another. So I mean, I think that's definitely beautiful. You know what I'm
And
saying?
in a safe environment.
Yeah, in a safe environment. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Nobody felt as if the things that we discussed would leave away from that table or leave away from that conversation and have to be utilized or
Or
presented, yeah,
weaponized.
weaponized or anything like that. We just just with people gathered together, loving on one another, and just in a decent space. So, we're looking forward, and we'll definitely have more information as that unfolds, because we definitely will be putting something together where we can start doing marriage retreats and
Absolutely.
have husbands and wives come together apart from the kids, and just be able to sit down and get some time away to reconnect and spend time with one another, and just redevelop and reestablish that
And date
intimacy.
each other.
Yeah, and date each other.
You
You know what I'm
know.
saying? Like in a fun environment, man. Like
Right.
and just really open up to one another. So definitely looking forward to that as well. And my bad moving so fast
Oh
from,
no,
yeah, from the
it's fine.
baptism to you know what I'm saying, talking about that piece. But then also, you know what I'm saying, this coming week, in the next couple of days, man, we about to have another anniversary.
Yep.
It's our anniversary, a day for you and me. Oh, people ain't know I could sing, you heard me?
Ooh, I didn't know you could sing.
You ain't know I could sing?
I don't know.
Oh, I ain't hit that note just now. When we look at the playback, I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see how it sound.
I think you're so pretty.
What pretty got to do with singing?
We could change the conversation.
All right, well, bet. Listen, we gonna
Yeah.
still highlight the
Hmm.
fact that, you know what I'm saying, our anniversary is coming
Yeah.
up on the 19th of September. And crazy, because this year will be 19 years of marriage that we've been together. You know what I'm saying? We've been together over 20, but we've been married for 19 years,
On
man.
the
And
19th.
on the 19th, ain't that
Hmm.
something? Wow, crazy,
And
man.
then our pastor's anniversary is what, the 17th?
I think
And
yeah, that
they've
anniversary
been
it
married for
is.
33
Yeah,
years.
man, that's what's up right there,
Oh
man.
my goodness,
Yeah,
33 years. That is.
that's a beautiful thing right there. Say, but that I think, especially with everything that's going on in the world present day, there's so much you know what I'm saying, content that's being put out that's negative and that's toxic, and you know what I'm saying, that's not
Surrounding
allowing,
marriage.
yeah, surrounding marriage, and just, you know what I'm saying, the interaction between men and women, man. Like this is one of, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, this is one of the most divided times that I've seen men and women in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as the agendas are concerned, and as far as the ability to be able to sit down and have certain conversations, I feel like there are so many different negative seeds being deposited from both ends
Absolutely.
that is preventing, you know, men and women from being able to come together and sit down and have a conversation that leads to growth, and, you know, leads to some type of understanding
Hmm.
between the collective parties, you know. So
Yeah, I think again, um, you know, you have social media,
mm,
and a lot of it. Social media has a lot of different moving pieces. You have so many different platforms, and I think that that vehicle is moving really fast, and I
yeah,
think that
man.
it definitely has division and you know all of that is really being pushed into the community.
Yeah, and that's really not that, you know what I'm saying, and you know, my mindset, I really feel as if it's very intentional by the enemy to try to create a divide, and even if it's not a situation where, you know what I'm saying, we're just talking about marriages and relationships, there's a dynamic that's, you know what I'm saying, that's necessary for men and women to be able to just communicate,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
and feed into one another and pour into one another without those, you know what I'm saying, lines becoming blurred,
Absolutely.
or without, you know, gender roles being reversed or anything else. Like, I don't feel as if I'm, you know what I'm saying, sexist in any way, shape, or form, but I do uh prescribe, or, you know what I'm saying, I do support fully the standards that are outlined in the Bible concerning how men are to conduct themselves and how women are to conduct themselves. And it doesn't mean that one is more powerful than the other. It doesn't mean that one has, you know what I'm saying, more authority than the other. It just means that when things are in proper alignment according to God's word, it makes it that much easier for
Oh,
him to
it
bless those
does, and it
situations. You know
makes
what I'm
it, and
saying?
it just makes it easier.
Yeah, definitely,
Um,
definitely.
I think um, again,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not just social media.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely isn't just social media, but I do think there is a lot of, um, you can get on social media and you can reach a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
really quickly,
Yeah, you can. You can.
and it will be like, imagine if there was an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they have, what are they, the dust croppers?
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's the real term.
Yeah, duck crop.
But they go over the crops and they drop the fertilizer or whatever it is they're
Mm-hmm.
dropping. Just imagine that's poison,
Man.
and imagine how many people that you can get at one time by dropping poison like that. And
Yeah,
that's
for
not kind of
real.
like the internet. And I think that there's this agenda for whatever reason that it is creating a divide
Mm-hmm.
and taking God out of everything
Man.
and confusing everybody. I think,
Mm-hmm.
and just for me, I can say that the more I learn and the more I give into,
Mm-hmm.
just the easier my life is.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just easier. It's almost like what was I doing the other day? I was putting something together. It might have been my, I don't know, button machine or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so that had been a couple weeks ago. And I just couldn't get it to work right. I could not, it was the button machine. I could not get the back to line up where I could put it on straight.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, I just read the instructions.
Wow.
And after, doing, I don't know, 30, how many buttons are in there? 30 some buttons?
Mm-hmm.
30 some buttons. And all of them had like I mean, I can still use them, but
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't sell them.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
can use them for myself. I can give them to children, whatever. And I just couldn't get it lined up. I kept saying, let me just turn it this way. Well, let me turn it this way. And it just didn't work right. And finally, I got the instructions,
The instructions made it
and it
simple.
just was so easy. And I
Wow.
said that to say, the Bible has everything in it.
Yeah, it
Like
does.
it's a roadmap. It is a instruction manual. It's everything. And I think if you just follow that, it's like you don't have to guess. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Should I go this way? Should
Yeah,
I go that
definitely.
way? Should I do this? Should I do that? It's there, and it
It makes it
just
that
makes
much
it.
easier.
It really does because I just can't even explain when I finally just read the instructions,
How easy it was.
and it was so easy.
Oh,
And I
but
had done it every way except for that one way.
so now let me ask you, how hard was it for you to read them directions?
It was
How hard was it for you to read them directions?
I mean, you know,
Yeah, see, that's what's up, though. I mean, but at the end of the day, man, it's beautiful to be able to, sit back and pay attention and learn something, even in, I'm saying, a moment such as that, where it's like just developing an understanding that, hey, listen, if I just take the time to read the instructions and read
mhm,
the directions,
mhm,
it's going to make this whole process that much more simple. And you're absolutely right. When it comes to the Word of God, it definitely makes life in terms of dealing with the circumstances and the situations that we come into contact with every day that much more simple to understand. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't make it easy.
yeah,
I'm not going to say, what I'm saying, oh, you just automatically it's going to be easy, but it gives you and it equips you with the things that you need to be able to, be sustained and push through the situation. So yeah, definitely is needed in my opinion. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I always encourage my brothers and you know what I'm saying, sisters that I have as well. Like, hey man, spend some time reading your word.
mhm,
Spend some time getting to know Christ for yourself, so that you know what I'm saying, you have this level of intimacy that exists in your relationship,
mhm,
where you don't just know of Christ, but you actually know Christ. You know what I'm saying, and you
mhm.
allow him to impact and influence the things that are taking place in your life. So I definitely think that's necessary, and it's definitely a beautiful thing. So glory to God for you taking time
Read the instructions.
to read the instructions. So
I mean,
so let me ask you this. What are you looking forward to this year for our anniversary? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? What reflective moment have you had, and you know what I'm saying, what things have you considered, and how is this approaching time, been for you, and what is it like, as far as your thought process?
um, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know because I think at this point, you know, um, I'm not looking for like any specific gift or
Say
I
let my,
mean
my bad cutting you off
mm,
right there, but we've been together for so long. Like
nothing.
like
I
at the end of the day, but and I know you don't, I know you know what I'm saying, you
yeah.
don't necessarily, but is that a bad thing though? Like for us to get to a place, and I mean, and we still acknowledge one another and we still show appreciation to
Mhm.
one another by buying each other certain things, you know what I'm saying, just randomly throughout the
Randomly,
year or
right.
for a birthday or whatever. But do you feel like it's a bad thing that we've gotten to a place that, and we still make a big deal out of our anniversary,
Mhm.
but when it comes to um, gifts, so to speak, I don't think that either one of us are just over the top. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you gotta buy me a gift, or hey, I need you to get me something. Like I don't
But I
think.
don't think we did that year 1.
Nah, we didn't.
We
Yeah,
didn't
we
do it year
didn't.
5.
Yeah,
We
we didn't.
didn't do it year 7.
I mean, but we didn't make it a demand of one another. But
I
you
mean,
know what I'm
we will
saying?
buy each other gifts,
Yeah,
but I mean,
early on, yeah.
it wasn't like, you know, that wasn't. I mean, because I feel like um, one thing I think we've always gotten right, because we have made some missteps, but there
Yeah,
are areas
definitely.
where we've done it right.
Hmm.
Like we've done it right in some areas, and I think one area where we've done it right is, if I say on some random Tuesday in March, oh, that perfume
Yeah, yeah.
is really nice, then you buy the perfume.
Hmm.
I get the perfume, and you may not get it right in that moment,
Hmm.
but I don't have to wait until September to get it.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know, um, if you if Polo is having a sale, and I haven't done that in a while, but
Hmm.
Polo is having a sale or whatever, then yeah, I'm not gonna say, oh well, it's January. Oh, that's a fire Polo. I'm gonna wait until September to give it to him. I'm like,
Yeah, nah.
what?
Yeah,
Like,
don't do
so
don't do me like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
so we don't. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't necessarily do that. You know what I'm saying? My bad cutting you off because you probably done lost your thought
Yeah,
about the
because you're
stuff
not.
you. Yeah, my bad. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, but that's something that I felt, you know what I'm saying, important to highlight in that moment, because I know sometimes that can bring forth a level of anxiety. Like, you know what I'm saying? What am I going to get her for or him for his
Mhm.
birthday? Or
Mhm.
what am I going to get her or
I can
him
see
for
that.
the anniversary, or it's Valentine's Day, or it's this, or it's that. It seems as if the world we lived in has monetized every moment that's supposed to
Oh,
be, you know what I'm saying,
this was
special
so
and intent.
beautiful
Yeah,
and so,
it's like it's been
and we've made
monetized.
it like a gift giving holiday.
Yeah, like we you got to buy somebody something. If you
Yeah,
don't buy them nothing,
you don't love them.
then you don't love them. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's crazy. I just realized I left my glasses
They look so good though.
on. I ain't mean to leave them on. When I was
And
setting
I've
the
been looking at
camera,
them like, oh, they look so good. I just love it.
my bag, I got sidetracked. When I done this just now, it made me.
I,
It
I,
made me
I
upset.
but, you
Yeah,
know.
but I couldn't see when I was turning the camera and stuff on, so I put, so I put the glasses on
Yep.
so I could see, and then I forgot to take them off.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, surprise.
yeah, that's all right. But man, but look, back to what I was saying. But I feel like every special moment, you know what I'm saying, that Dave
Revolves
kind of like, yeah,
around.
revolves around spending money or something.
Yeah.
But then it also drives home the point that, you know what I'm saying, we shouldn't just wait for those particular times that have been identified on the calendar either to, express and show love to one another. Like we should be doing that throughout the year
I
anyway.
agree with that. But then I think it also highlights how, um, and I don't mean this in a way to put down anyone who's purchasing gifts.
No, not
I
at
think
all.
for some people that's their love
Yeah,
language.
that's it. Yeah, that's your
And
love
if
language. Yeah,
that
definitely.
and that's okay, and it's nothing against, because I think I've made mention of that before, and I think I've offended some people, and it definitely was not my intention to make mention of, like, material things that aren't important to me.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't, and I want to definitely take this time to apologize to anyone that I may have offended if they should see this podcast, or just to let everyone know that's not my intention. It's just not important to me.
Yeah, yeah,
But I think that it also it can make you anxious in the way of, oh my goodness, what do I get? What do I get? What do I get? But then I think it also can be a um it's almost like it's I'm not gonna give you my time. I'm just gonna buy you this thing.
yeah, for real.
And so you will be happy with this thing, where that's where and that's what makes me anxious. I would much prefer you say, I chose this really good movie.
Yeah, definitely.
I went and got snacks. I'm giving the children permission to eat pizza in the living room.
Yeah,
And we're
definitely.
gonna watch a movie as a family, and we're gonna snuggle up on the chair, and I'm gonna try to stay awake, and I'm gonna try to stay awake, and that is way more like, I'm more excited about that than hey, I got you a purse, because and again, for someone, a purse is like a huge
Yeah,
deal,
definitely.
but
And there's nothing wrong with
and
that.
there's nothing wrong with that, but
Yeah.
like, I don't care. I don't. That's not. Have somebody came and find my purse.
Say and I'm not gonna lie, I thank God every day that you're yeah, you know what I'm saying, that you don't require me to buy bags and shoes and, you know what I'm saying, high end stuff. I'm not mad. You
Yeah,
know, I mean your perfume habit is a little expensive, but you know what I'm
we're
saying?
not. That's not.
Yeah. I mean we ain't gonna talk about it just all in, willy nilly in the open, but
Yeah, I just.
yeah, you
That's different.
cause you like to smell good.
I feel like perfume is.
But like we be laying up there
I feel
getting
like
in
it's okay.
it
We're
is,
not
but
gonna
like
talk about it.
we don't even be going to where you'll take a good shower and then you just come to bed just smelling good
Absolutely,
with expensive perfume.
absolutely.
Like
I I really don't understand.
yeah, but all right, yep,
Yeah,
so we're gonna leave that alone. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Again, I thank God that you don't require me to buy bags or you know what I'm saying, that's not a situation where it's your love language per se. You know what I'm saying? Now you do like but the gifts that you do like things that mean something, like
yes.
the little pellet ice machine that I bought you.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
that was
Yeah.
everything.
The
You
little
did
pellet
that.
ice machine.
Oh,
Or
I
your
haven't.
little your little coffee machines.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
stuff like that. So
Those are
yeah.
because for me, those are things that mean something to me.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't. Those were really good gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know what would be a really good gift?
Well.
A stamp in my passport. A
Yep.
trip
Yep.
to San
A
Francisco.
trip. Yep.
A trip
Travel.
to, a
Yeah.
trip
Cause
to Canada.
cause you like to travel. You know?
Now that I like to do. Now if you were to say, listen,
Mm-hmm.
if you were to say, get dressed, pack a bag. We're leaving in 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
That would be everything.
That would be
And I
everything.
don't even have to, like, literally, we can come back tomorrow.
Bet that's
I
what's
want
up.
to go spend the night. I just want to go
Mm-hmm.
and be there and suck up the air and walk down Lombard Street
See you. See. Look,
and I want to walk on Fisherman's Wharf and
yeah, I
I want
got
to go see my old house and
you. Yeah.
my old school.
Yeah.
And I can do that in, okay, I need 2 days. But all I need is 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Just 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah.
And I don't even need a purse. I can
Don't
take my
even need a
book
purse.
bag
You could take your book bag.
Yep.
That's what's up.
and my
could take,
perfume.
She could take her book bag and that's what's up. So I'm gonna put that in my mental Rolodex,
Okay.
and you know what I'm saying.
You all heard it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens and how that whole thing unfolds. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah, definitely. I mean, but again, you know what I'm saying. I can't, you know what I'm saying, lie or say that you require much in a way of those types of things, because you really don't. But I mean, now does that and I, you know what I'm saying, heard you say that you're looking forward to us just sitting in a chair and
Mm-hmm.
covering up, watching a good movie, and you know what I'm saying, just kind of relaxing and chilling. But you know what I'm saying, does that make us old? Do you think that makes us old?
I think it makes us grown.
That's what I think too. Cause I still, you know what I'm saying, I don't feel old. I don't feel like,
No.
you know what I'm saying, I don't feel none of that. I just think, my attention has shifted, and the things that, are important to me now, are completely different than what they
Yeah.
were when we
Yeah.
were younger. You know what I'm saying? For
I
real.
mean,
Cause I like my house. I like being at home.
I like my family.
I like my
I
family,
like
my
you.
house.
I like the
Yeah,
kids.
yeah,
I don't
definitely.
really need to. Again, nothing wrong with it.
Mm,
If you enjoy getting up, getting dressed, going out,
mm.
um, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. Like
Nah,
if
not
that's
at
what
all.
you enjoy, I just don't. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, cause and I mean, and that's like, I'm sure we'll go have dinner a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Sometime this weekend, and then probably next weekend, because our anniversary falls during the middle of the week, and then I'll be back in the office during that time, off of leave. But man, it's like I'm just like, I'm cool on that. Like when we get in that chair and we sit down and we just chill out,
Mm-hmm.
and I pick the movies because I'm the
No,
greatest.
no,
Listen,
he is.
listen, I'm the
I am
great.
not gonna let you lie to these people.
What you mean lie?
Ooh, he is horrible.
What, picking movies? Man, I wish we could call them witnesses, but I
I
wish
would
I could.
that
You know
no
what I'm saying? I
way,
wish say listen.
no way.
When it comes to picking movies, I'm
Horrible.
listen.
And
Y'all check
then
this out.
we'll watch the whole movie. The movie is 2 hours long.
Mm,
Something happens. It lasts for 30 seconds, and now you want us to cheerlead. But it was 30 seconds out
say
of two
listen,
hours. The movie was trash.
listen. This
And then
what
it's
she's.
always a B movie, and it's always like,
No, it's not
and then it's
always
always
a
like
B movie.
they're speaking, but their lips aren't quite lined up. It's
Man, listen.
trash.
Check this out.
The whole movie they'll have the same outfit on. It's been 5 days.
say, say.
You have seen the sun
I
come
mean,
up,
they
it went down.
Their budget for wardrobe.
It was
just
autumn. Now they have a Christmas tree up. Same outfit.
Yeah,
Horrible.
they budget for
horrible.
wardrobe.
The
Just
budget
wasn't,
was. They should have
yeah.
let the people wear their own clothes.
I mean, they might have their own clothes.
No.
That might have been their clothes. A boy might have come in
No.
there and said, "We're gonna shoot this in one day."
No, ladies lace front, her eyebrows touch. No, sir.
Man, listen,
Horrible.
check this out.
Horrible.
Say she
The
talking
men
about.
that have on a braided wig like this.
She talking about when I used to pick movies way back in. I'm talking about now. When I
Listen,
pick movies now.
trash.
Say, listen, I picked some great movies.
Trash.
Say, and I'm gonna tell you, I receive a lot of
Trash.
hate from my wife and my kids about my movie picking
Trash.
skills, because here's the thing: when everybody wants to watch a good suspense movie, or they just want to find a good movie, they always come to dad. You know what I'm saying? And then
Horrible.
I got a little song and everything I sing when I like after we finish watching the movie and it's good and everybody be like, yeah, that was good. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, Dad, it picked another one. Say, I'm telling you, I be on it. So my movies don't be good.
It really
Nonetheless, we'll move because you hating right now.
sometimes
Man,
the movies be
say
horrible.
they ain't nothing but hate right there. Say, but I appreciate that.
What was
you
that
know
one
I'm saying?
movie that went down in history? It's like the worst movie ever in the whole wide world.
I don't know. So look, we're gonna
No,
go
you
on.
remember.
I don't remember.
You have a
So
room full of
look,
Bibles. What was the name of that movie?
I don't remember. And it's fine. I really don't remember. I don't. And as a matter of fact, the movie you talking about, I don't even think I was the one that picked that movie. Matter of fact,
That's not a story.
I think D picked that
Oh
movie.
my God.
So I don't know if
No, he wasn't even there.
D what ain't picked that movie.
No, how you
I
gonna?
thought you were talking about the one with the red thing on the door or
No,
something.
that was the Scarlet Letter. No, that was
Nah, that ain't what
something.
it was. I don't
But
remember.
no, that wasn't that because that was in New Orleans. I'm talking about that movie with the guy who from Roseanne with the aliens or
What?
it was some.
Oh
It
boy,
was
that movie fire.
that
I
movie
can't
was
remember the name. Man, listen, we did. I
126.
don't remember. We done spun a whole bunch of times, but that
Horrible,
movie was fire.
trash,
But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Check this out.
trash.
Look, when y'all want to find y'all a fire movie, y'all send us a little message or something. I got some suggestions for y'all. I'm
Text
gonna
me.
make sure I get y'all straight. You
Don't.
know what I'm saying?
You
That's
will
what it
be
is.
mad and you
No, they're
will
not.
lose friends,
No, they're
and
not.
that is horrible that you would do that.
No, they're not. So look,
Mm-mm.
nonetheless, as we continue to progress through the conversation and move out of this stage of hate that I'm receiving from the person to my left, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you're right. Uh, Let me ask you something else. Something else though. You know what I'm saying? Because before we started recording today, I said let's go get us something to eat real quick. You know what I'm saying? Later on this afternoon, and you asked me if we was bringing the kids. Why you be want to bring them children everywhere? That's what I want to know. Why you always want to bring them kids? Cause when we bring them kids, boy, the ticket when it's
It
just
does be
us two,
long.
no, the
It be
ticket when it be
long.
us two is one thing and the price is different. But when I bring all them children, oh my god, why you always want to bring them kids?
Cause I like them.
I like them too, but let them stay home sometime. You
We
know
can
what I'm
order them
saying?
pizza. We'll order them pizza and we'll go
The
out.
boy, we got food in here for them to eat. We don't need to order some. Say, look, every time we get something to eat or we go out, you know what I'm saying? She wants to get the kids something, and and sometimes them kids could just eat grilled cheese sandwiches, and we go eat something good. You know
That
what I'm
is
saying?
that's horrible though.
That's not horrible.
That's horrible.
We need to let them learn now. You know what I'm saying? They
Let
can't
them
do
learn what?
they can't do what we do. Not right now in this season of their lives. You know what I'm saying? They gotta grow into that. You know what I'm saying? Like they just want to come out the gate eating like we eat all the rest. You know what I'm saying? She always we gonna bring the kids. We gonna bring the
Well,
kids.
but I asked because I need to know what what's happening. How am I dressing? Like
So
what are we
so
doing?
so we gonna go spend a little time out and about tonight, but them kids ain't coming. You know what I'm saying? Them kids ain't coming. Son, them kids gonna
Okay.
stay here. And boy, look, I see that we so in our the area where we record in our office space, we got 3 windows where you can see outside, and boy, it was gloomy and it was your type of weather. But that sun done peeked back out.
I'm so over the sun.
The sun good for you
I'm
though.
so over the sun. I need some rainy weather.
It's been raining.
I need some gray skies.
It's been raining with
I
gray
need some
skies.
Sade type.
It's been all that,
You
but
know,
that's what I'm saying. We've been getting some of that into.
I'm over it because once see how it's turning blue, it's gonna be 199
Nah,
degrees outside,
I think we
and I'm
passed
gonna
them.
fall out.
The high today might be like 90 something. I think
And that
80
just
or 9. Boy,
90 just
out
feels
here, out here,
90 feels
man.
like
Say we live in Texas, so yeah, when it's the highs in the 90s,
that's
oh
a
that's
that is a
cause for a
cold front.
celebration.
That's a
Yeah,
cold
that's a
front.
cold front, you for real. You know what I'm saying? Boy, 90 out there, you better put your jacket on.
I'm telling
For
you,
real,
kids will
man.
catch a
Listen.
cold. Put some socks on the
That's what I'm
babies.
saying. And look, and while we laughing, you know what I'm saying? Our baby here today, because he got a little runny nose and you know what I'm saying, everything else. So I don't know what it is that, you know what I'm saying, they got going around that school right now, but definitely we're going to have to keep him. And you heard that doorbell ring, I think, Milan. So we, again, because we still be living, you know what I'm saying, the doorbell ringing, somebody at the door, Milan and saying up in there. So if y'all hear him in the background trying to move around while we recording, it's because Saint stayed home today because he was coughing and he had a runny nose and Milan didn't have class. So we got two of the 5 kids here with us because like I said, them kids always round, bro.
It's always somebody.
Them kids, it always gonna
It's
be a
always
kid
somebody
somewhere.
around. It's always somebody around. It's almost like they be tagging in.
That's what I'm
I'm gonna
saying.
leave, so you stay home.
That's what I'm saying. Cause I don't know what saying. Oh, I was looking forward to sending him to school today, and then he woke up. You know what I'm saying? I was in here this morning,
Tell the
doing my
story.
time. What? About what?
Your ass.
Oh, so look, I got sleep apnea. You know what I'm saying? So I sleep with a CPAP machine, but I was waiting for them to send me a new machine, so I hadn't slept with my mask on in quite some time. So, and me and Lashana recently switched sides as it relates to where we sleep on the bed. So, Saint came in there this morning. It was about had to be about 12:30, 1 o'clock, about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. So Saint came in there this morning, and when he came in our room, I heard him coming in. So I raised my head up, and I had that mask on, and he was half asleep. So when he, so when he saw me with that CPAP mask on, his eye got big, and he was walking towards me, and he hurried up and shot the other way. I was like, my baby was terrified. You know what I'm
Cause
saying?
you like Bane.
I don't know who I look like, but
You look like Bane. It
whatever
looks
he saw, oh,
ridiculous.
whatever he saw, it shook him. You know what I'm saying? And then what was crazy is then when I got up, you know what I'm saying? I think I got up this morning like around 3 o'clock or so. You know what I'm saying? To start reading my Bible and doing my devotion and stuff. And when I took the mask off and turned the machine off, and I raised up, Saint picked his head up, and he looked over there at me, and he was like, "Oh, okay, he normal now." You know what I'm saying? And then he walked up to me and he let me go put him back in his bed or whatever. But yeah, man, he was coughing and sneezing, nose running and stuff like that. But you know, at schools, man, I think that's a
Yeah.
petri dish for
Oh, it
viruses and
is. I'm
for
telling
your
you,
kids to get sick or whatever.
it
So
is.
you know what I'm
Especially
saying?
at that
Definitely.
age because they licking their hand, they touching each other, and they want you to lick their hand, and it's
Yeah,
like,
it's not.
oh my god,
Yeah, that's not. Oh,
stop licking each other. It be
yeah,
and
for
it's
real.
sitting in real time. It just make you
Yeah,
cringe.
because when I every time I see Saint sniffle and then wipe it, I be like, boy, go wash your hands.
Yeah,
So,
just
but man, you know what I'm saying. Nonetheless, I wouldn't trade my babies in for nothing in the
oh
world, man.
no,
Definitely wouldn't trade them in for nothing in the world. But you know, I keep looking down at this phone because you know I definitely want to be mindful of everyone's time. Again, we don't have a production team. We don't have a lot of different things moving.
no
So
bells and whistles,
yeah, we have limited bells and
and
whistles.
we
So I
definitely don't have a sound machine.
nah, but
Cause,
I did that
but
that drum roll,
that
that
first
boom boom
one,
boom.
yeah, that boom boom boom. I don't know what that was.
Oh, how it go? That was yeah, there you go. But I be looking down at my phone to try to make sure I keep us on track with the amount of time that we've taken during the recording session. So, man, again we're coming to that point in time because we could sit here and talk all day, and probably once we turn the camera off, we're gonna probably talk some more just about what we're gonna do this weekend and everything else. But we reached that point in the conversation where we want to be respectful of everyone's time. So we're gonna kind of like start winding down in the conversation. But again, I know we didn't have a particular topic on today, and I know there was not one thing in particular that we kind of focused on, but we just
We didn't get some wild love Deion Sanders.
we're gonna talk about
We'll
that
talk about
later.
it next
Yeah,
time.
cause yeah, we'll talk because we actually got the opportunity being out here to go to the first game
Mm-hmm.
um, that Dion coached at Colorado, which was here at TCU. Got an opportunity. My cousin James, he was supposed to come out for his birthday, and unfortunately he couldn't make it. So we wind up getting the tickets from him, and we wind up going to the TCU game. It was
Oh, it
extremely
was
hot.
so
It was hot. Yeah, it was
hot.
hot. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? We got the opportunity to be in the building to see Dion win his first game
Mm-hmm.
as a head coach at Colorado, and man, just definitely
That was so much fun.
yeah, it was, and it's a beautiful thing to see what Dion is doing, inspiring those young men,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like we need more of that, like to have what I'm saying, older men who've learned from the error of their ways now
Mm-hmm.
go back and be able to deposit something positive into younger men, and also in what I'm saying with females as well. I think that's something that's definitely important. But yeah, we'll let you on the next time we do dialogue with the Davises. We'll just what I'm saying, let you do your thing. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we've gotten to that point where we want to be respectful of everyone's time. Hopefully you enjoyed this conversation. I know it wasn't the typical mode in which we normally go about, but man, listen, we get in here sometimes and just run our mouths and just talk, and we wanted to kind of make sure we shared in that and just kind of bring you up to speed and highlight some of the things that have been taking place as of recent,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of have a conversation. So um, I'm cool. You got something else you want to convey or articulate or something like that? Me, you know what I'm saying? You good? Man, listen, you know me, you know what I'm saying? But again, we thank you for your time. We pray that the content is having some type of positive impact in your conversations. We hope that you're enjoying the things that we're discussing, and also learning from our mistakes, and just getting to a place of being able to share in positive conversation and dialogue, man. And um, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you
Mm-hmm.
know when we drop new videos. And man, just continue to ride with us. We here because we are definitely intentional about trying to make sure we put out positive content that paints marriages and families and men and women in a positive light. Everything is not negative. Everything is not drama. Everything is not a reality drama type TV show.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
that narrative and the agenda of mass media, man, we have to make sure we remain cognizant and remain aware of what it is that's taking place and not allow that stuff to impact us negatively or
Right.
influence us. So, man, again, thank you for your time. Praying that everyone has a blessed remainder of the day. Praying that you all enjoy whatever it is that you have lined up moving forward for the remainder of the week and the weekend. And again, thank you for spending some time with us, man. You sure you don't have nothing you want to say?
I'm good.
Say, man, y'all have a blessed remainder of the day. Peace.